Welcome to 2A Cops. This is Keith. I'm going to be your host today. We're going to talk about the ATF arm brace ban. And if you're like me, you woke up and found out that the ATF thinks you're a felon for owning this. So let's talk a little bit about just the mountain of paperwork they're going to have to get through alone. So stand by. All right, guys, one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about was just the mountain of paperwork that the ATF is going to have to go through. And obviously, they weren't thinking this through. And part of me thinks they might have put this through knowing that it was going to get squashed right away, which I think it will. All right, but let's look at it this way. There are 8 people that are approving Form 1s. That's the form that you're going to need to register your arm-braced firearm as a short barrel rifle. We have insiders that are telling us that it's just 8 people in there. It sounds reasonable to me based on some of the things that I've seen. I'm in a group of Form 1 people that actually keep track of the people that sign the form on the bottom. Somebody's keeping track of that. And 8 people does seem right on pace with the names that they're collecting to see who's the fastest. Marianne, you're the fastest. You're doing great. Thanks for getting those forms approved. There's another person in there that if you get her, you know that you're going to be waiting a long time. All right, so if 8 people are approving those Form 1s for you, and there's 40 million arm braces, according to the ATF, that are out there right now, that means that each employee is going to have to process 5 million Form 1s. That equals 69 years of paperwork that needs to get done. Right? So that means that if each employee spends 1 minute on a Form 1, which they're going to need more than that to go through it, and they only work 40 hours a week, no overtime, and they don't have any other tasks, there's nothing else for them to do. It's 69.4 years to approve all those forms. Now, look, right now, wait times for a Form 1 is a month. I've done a couple of Form 1s, and it took me a week. To see that it's a month now is a little bit scary, but when you look at Form 4s, it's the one you do for a silencer. Silencers are sitting at 9 months when they told us it was going to be 90 days. So look, if everybody does these Form 1s, you're not going to get it back within that 120-day frame time that ATF gave everybody to get it done. So you're screwed, right? I don't know how, there's no way they're going to get it done. Now, what I believe is going to happen, okay, is that a court is going to jump in and tell them it's unconstitutional, because it is. And this is the part that scares me about our federal government right now. You have 2 recent Supreme Court decisions that clearly outline the ATF cannot do this. You have another Fifth Circuit ruling about bump stocks that just came out a couple of days ago, where when the ATF, remember when the ATF banned bump stocks, that just got overturned. And so clearly the ATF is not allowed to do this, but they did it anyways. Okay, so I think with them coming out and saying just register it, I think they're doing that because they were told to go do it and they're doing it and knowing it's not going to go through. But here's the problem. If you had planned on doing a Form 1 on a firearm, during this short time period, there's no $200 fee. And originally they wanted a picture. My friends that are logging on now are telling me that there's no picture required. So if you were going to do a Form 1 on something, now would be the time to do it. Jump on, get it in, get it done. But the sheer numbers of all those people doing it all at once, good luck, man. It's going to be like a year or more before you get that thing approved. With that said, registration. You're all big boys and girls. You can decide if you want to register or not. Personally, I would wait a little bit because you have 120 days and wait for a court to intercede and stop all this crap. What you don't want to do is get online and say, I'm not going to go ahead and do this. I'm not going to comply. I'm going to fight. I'm going to do whatever. Because whatever you put down on social media is going to show up in your court hearing. Okay? So whatever you're going to do, you're going to do. We're all big boys and girls. Okay? This is an obvious infringement. It is obviously illegal. The cops that I talk to, which I talk to a lot of cops, we really don't care about it. And you're not going to see any of us involved in it because that's the federal government being buffoons. And if that's what they want to do, then so be it. But look, man, we're all big boys and girls. Keep your mouth shut. Do whatever you're going to do. Don't give anybody any ammunition to come get you. All right. With that said, go out and have a good time with your firearms. Exercise your Second Amendment. It's great to live in America. Go have fun. Take care of yourselves and stay safe.